Everyone's been there. Whether you're on a long road trip or just running errands around town, it's a familiar moment. You're driving along and suddenly, the fuel light flicks on, reminding you that it's time to refuel. Maybe you grumble a bit, wishing you'd filled up sooner, but you pull into the next gas station you see. The canopy overhead shelters you from the blazing sun or pouring rain, making the stop a little more comfortable. The pumps stand in neat rows, each one equipped with a digital display, a card reader, and a variety of fuel options. You step out, grab a nozzle, and the whole job takes just a few minutes. Quick and routine. Maybe you wander inside, tempted by the shelves of snacks, cold drinks, or even a hot coffee to go. But look closer next time you're there. There's more happening than you might notice at first glance. When you squeeze that handle and hear the click of the pump, what's really happening behind the scenes? Have you ever wondered what's under your feet as you fill up? There's a hidden world just below the surface. Most people don't think about it. They're focused on their phones, their plans, or just getting back on the road. Gas stations look simple, but there's a whole world of engineering at work, right under your nose and under the ground. It's easy to think of a gas station as just a place to get fuel and leave, but it's much more than that. Every pump, every pipe, and every beep is part of a carefully designed system, built for safety and efficiency. Stations have to be safe, efficient, and ready for anything, from emergencies to everyday rush hours. That takes a lot of planning, coordination, and expertise you never see as a customer. Next time you fuel up, remember, there's more to a gas station than meets the eye. It's a marvel of modern convenience. Let's take a peek under the hood and see how it all works, from the pumps to the pipes beneath your feet. Filling up your car used to be a whole different adventure, a far cry from the quick and convenient stops we know today. In the early 1900s, automobiles were a brand new sight, and gas stations were almost unheard of. Most roads were unpaved, and finding fuel was a challenge in itself. At first, people bought gasoline in cans from the local general store or even the blacksmith shop. It was a messy and often dangerous process. Spills happened all the time, and there were no safety rules or regulations to protect people or the environment. Then came the first real gas pumps. Early stations used hand-crank pumps mounted on steel barrels. An attendant would turn the crank to draw fuel up into a glass cylinder, then open a valve to fill your tank by gravity. It was slow, sometimes taking several minutes, but it got you back on the road and felt like a marvel of modern convenience. As cars became more popular and affordable, the need for safer, faster fueling grew rapidly. Gas stations began popping up everywhere, becoming a familiar sight across towns and highways. By the 1920s and 30s, stations had underground tanks and electric pumps, making fueling much safer and more efficient. These innovations helped fuel the explosive growth of car culture. Service attendants would not only pump your gas, but also check your oil, clean your windshield, and sometimes even check your tire pressure. It was a full-service experience that made every stop feel special. Stations became social hubs, not just fuel stops. Travelers and locals alike would gather, swap stories, and catch up on news while their cars were being serviced. Today, stations have to meet strict safety and environmental rules. Technology has taken over, with automated pumps, digital payment, and advanced underground tanks. But the goal remains the same: get you moving safely and quickly wherever you need to go. That long and fascinating history is built into every station you visit, even if you can't see it. Each stop is a small part of a story that's still unfolding. When you look at a gas pump, it seems pretty basic. There's a digital display, a nozzle, and a keypad. But inside, things get interesting. Modern pumps use powerful, precise electric motors to draw fuel up from deep underground. They're designed for speed, accuracy, and safety. First, you swipe your card or tap your phone. The pump computer checks the payment and unlocks the nozzle. When you squeeze the handle, a pump below ground sends fuel through reinforced pipes up to your car. Sensors track how much gas you take, updating the display in real time. Pumps also have built-in safety features. If anything goes wrong, like a sudden loss of pressure or a fire, the system will instantly shut down. Every pump is tested to make sure it won't spark, leak, or overfill your tank. So while the pump looks simple, it's really a mini computer, a high-power motor, and a safety system, all rolled into one. What you don't see at a gas station is just as important as what you do. Below every station are huge storage tanks, sometimes 3 or 4, each holding thousands of gallons of fuel. These tanks are the heart of the operation, but they're buried for safety. Modern tanks are made of steel, fiberglass, or a mix of both. They're double-walled with sensors between the layers. If there's ever a leak, alarms go off before any fuel can reach the soil. The tanks sit in concrete vaults, often with thick liners to prevent spills from spreading. Getting fuel from these underground tanks to your car is a job for powerful pumps and strong sealed pipes. Everything is built to last for decades, even as the ground shifts or temperatures change. Routine checks and computer monitoring keep things safe 24/7. Without these hidden giants, gas stations couldn't serve hundreds of cars a day. They're a quiet, essential part of every fill-up. Hey, have you ever noticed a faint smell when you fill your tank? That's gasoline vapor, and it's not just annoying, it's actually dangerous. Vapors can pollute the air and even harm your health. That's why, modern stations use vapor recovery systems, hidden inside the pumps and nozzles. When you start fueling, a special system draws vapors back down through the nozzle and into the underground tanks. Some systems use a vacuum to suck vapors away as you pump, while others use a rubber boot on the nozzle to trap gases before they escape. These systems aren't just about air quality either. Gasoline vapor is flammable, so capturing it helps prevent fires and explosions. And it also saves gas. Since less fuel escapes as vapor, stations lose less product to the air. So, next time you fuel up, just remember to thank the invisible tech that keeps your air cleaner and your fill-up safer. Ever wonder why the pump clicks off when your tank is full? That's thanks to a clever device inside the nozzle. The automatic shutoff system is honestly one of those small inventions that make a big difference. Inside the nozzle, there's a tiny hole near the tip. As fuel flows, air moves through this hole and down a small tube. When the gas in your tank rises and covers the hole, a sudden change in pressure triggers a spring-loaded valve. The nozzle clicks, stopping the flow in an instant. This system prevents overfilling and, major spills. It also protects you and your car from dangerous splashback. Over the years, the design has barely changed. It's just that reliable. Automatic shut-off nozzles work every time, rain or shine, with almost no effort from you. It's a quiet hero at every pump. Gas stations may look pretty ordinary, but safety is built into every part. Start with the obvious emergency shut-off buttons near the pumps and in the store. If there's a fire or spill, anyone can stop fuel flow instantly. Next, every pipe and tank is monitored by sensors. If they detect a leak, alarms sound and systems shut down. Many stations have fire suppression systems ready to spray foam or water. The ground around tanks and pumps is sloped, so spills run away from traffic and into special drains. Electricity is another danger. All wiring and lights are explosion-proof. Even the computers that run the pumps are sealed against sparks. Station staff are trained for emergencies, and honestly, a lot of places have cameras and alarms to keep an eye on things. All these features work together to keep you, the staff, and the environment safe every time you visit. Gas stations don't make their own fuel. Instead, they rely on a complex supply chain that brings fuel from refineries all the way to your neighborhood pump. It arrives in giant tanker trucks, sometimes late at night or early in the morning, when traffic is light and stations are less busy. These trucks are kind of like rolling gas stations themselves, with thick steel tanks and special safety gear designed to prevent spills and accidents. When a truck arrives, the driver connects a large hose to an underground fill pipe, making sure everything is secure before starting the transfer. The tank has to be empty enough for a safe delivery. Too full, and alarms will stop the process to prevent dangerous overflows. As fuel flows in, vapors are pushed out, but modern trucks capture these gases and take them back to the refinery. reducing pollution and waste. This vapor recovery keeps fumes out of the air, protecting both workers and the environment from harmful emissions. Drivers check every connection, monitor the flow, and watch for leaks, staying alert to any sign of trouble throughout the delivery. The whole process can take 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how much fuel the station needs and how many tanks are being filled. When the job is done, the driver seals everything up, double-checks the paperwork, and heads to the next stop on their route. Without these regular deliveries, your local station would run dry in just a few days, leaving drivers stranded and businesses disrupted. It's a well-practiced routine, repeated thousands of times every day. But honestly, it's far from simple. Each delivery is a careful balance of safety, timing, and precision. Next time you fill up, think about what's happening all around you and under your feet. A gas station is really a marvel of hidden engineering. From the pumps you see to the tanks you don't, every part has a job to do. Safety, speed, and reliability are built in from the ground up. Modern fueling is the result of a century of innovation and hard lessons. Each station is designed to protect people and the environment. The systems are tested, monitored, and improved every year. Even the routine delivery of fuel is handled with expert care. So the next time you're at the pump, remember, you're standing on top of an amazing network of machines, sensors, and safety gear. What you don't see is just as important as what you do.